We'd also like to welcome the members of the Society of Animal Artists. We're here for the opening of a founder's legacy. As one of the founding members of the Society of Animal Artists in 1960, Anna Hyatt Huntington's influence shaped the direction of contemporary animal art. This juried exhibition, featuring many of today's leading sculptors, painters, pays attention to her remarkable legacy and celebrates the 150th anniversary of her birth. So we are honored this evening to have Wes and Rachelle Siegrist here. Wes is going to speak first for us tonight, and then we are also going to hear from Walter Mattia. Wes is the Executive Director of the Society of Animal Artists, and then Walter is on our Board of Trustees here at Brookgreen Gardens, and he's also has pieces in our collection, many pieces. So without further ado, if you will welcome Wes Siegrist with me, please.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Robin, for coordinating this initially, and Burton working with me later. It's been an honor and a pleasure working with you guys. I came to Brookgreen first around 2020 and was so impressed. I really wanted to see the society come here. I know Robin has wanted us to come here, and it finally worked out for us to come here, and this is Sculpture Mecca. And those that have come here have been blown away that have not been here before. The Society of Animal Artists, we were founded specifically in 1960, but we came from a group of friends that used to meet in the 1950s at the Bronx Zoo. They would go there to sketch the animals. And they staged an exhibition in 1958 called Animals in Bronx Zoo that was such a hit, they decided maybe we should do this again, and maybe we should form a society. So our founders were Pat Bott and Guido Borghi, and they decided to form a society, and their number 3 person that helped put it together was Anna Hyatt Huntington. And she served as our first vice president, a fact that we weren't able to confirm until just recently when I coordinated with the Smithsonian to get some of our original papers copied and sent to me. So a founder's legacy is very special to us. Not only did Anna do what she did here at Brookgreen Gardens, but she also was instrumental in creating the Society of Animal Artists that we have today. You have to be juried to become a member of our society. Once you get in, you got to compete against all of those that have been exhibiting forever, and you only get 60 spots in the show, and there might be 150 entries to 200 entries. So it's part of my job that I hate is sending rejection letters to fellow artists, especially those times that it's me that gets rejected. It does happen. Our highest honors, if you've been around with us a long time, if you've exhibited in 15 or more of our annual exhibitions, which are our big flagship shows, you're called a distinguished signature member. If you have received from our outside jurors and judges our top award, which is the Award of Excellence, 5 or more times, you are considered a master signature member. And we only have about a dozen of those left with us, and we are honored to have 2 of them tonight. My wife, Rachelle Siegrist, is one, and the other is Walter Mattia, who is one of our distinguished signature members. I know a lot of us are legends in our own mind, but Walter is one that is a legend among us, and he can hold court. We had the pleasure in 2023's exhibition of Walter being interviewed by the rest of the artists, and he enthralled us. But he would like to come up now and say a little bit about Anna, which I appreciate him doing for us. Thank you, Walter.
I was on the board a long time ago of the Society of Animal Artists, and Pat Bott was still on the board. I mostly want to say, going into the exhibit today and the exhibits I've seen over the last several years, I just want to say what a great job Wes has done in organizing what we do, and I just want to congratulate the artists for what they're doing, because, to be honest, the society is so much better today than what I remember being on the board these many years ago. Your exhibits are better, it's harder to get in, and well, congratulations to all of you. We're here at Brookgreen Gardens, which was the winter home of Anna and Archer Huntington. Anna Huntington was born in 1876, She was never really classically trained. I mean, a lot of the people that are here, if you read their bios, they basically went to Europe or they went into the different ateliers in the United States. Anna worked with one or two people for a relatively short time. Got mad at one of them because she knew more than he did and he couldn't take it. But by 1919 or so, she was already one of the most accomplished sculptors, certainly one of the most accomplished animal sculptors in the country, and was basically making a better living than all but a half a dozen women in the whole country. If you look at her work, it is very much out of the Derry tradition. You know, if you think about animal sculpture in general, we've got about three traditions we work on. We can either go to Antoine Louis Barye, we can go to Francois Pompon, or we can basically go to Rembrandt Bugatti. She is sort of in she's in that tradition. She and Archer held together a lot of people's lives, a lot of sculptors' lives, particularly some of the finest women sculptors at the time, which were people that wouldn't necessarily get a lot of commission jobs, but they commissioned things that they liked from people they liked. And so the history of what's in this garden is tremendously important to the history of American sculpture, but it was particularly important in keeping a lot of people alive in the 30s and 40s. I just want to give you some sense of, why we're here, what an important place this is for American sculpture, what a really important place this is for the history of animal sculpture. Anna really, in this country, made animal sculpture something that was recognized as an important part of American sculpture. So that's why we're here, and enjoy yourselves, and that's all I got to say.
Thank you.